Obsession was a strong word. I didn't like to call it that, mostly because it didn't feel that way. The feeling was when maybe you got a new cat or dog and you wanted it to love you. That's all. You'd care for it and let it warm up to you. But if it denied your love, you get angry. So, with that in mind, my actions are immediately justified because surely you understand. And plus, it's not like I'm doing anything wrong. What's the matter of following a pretty girl? Giving her presents daily? Making sure she's okay? A goddess needs to be taken care of after all, and I was willing to give it to her. Mia hopped out of her car, and I did too. She walked into the library, and I waited a minute before following her in. I shoved my hands into my sweatshirt pocket and lagged behind my angel, watching as she went to the fiction section. She found her book and grabbed it off the shelf, sliding down against the wall to start reading. She pulled out her glasses and put them on, opening to the first page. I peeked around the corner and watched as she snuck chips out her pocket and quietly started eating it. A smile played on my lips. I couldn't help it. I was going to marry that girl. I took a breath and tried fixing my hair before walking next to her. My heart beats fast. I'm so close to her. I swallowed and pulled out a book, dropping it purposely. She jumped and I knelt down, sitting on my heels. I'm so sorry. My voice shook. I was finally talking to her. This was a dream come true. Whoa. It's okay, I drop stuff all the time, so don't worry about it. She laughed. I know, I thought, picking it up. Hey, have you read that book yet? She smiled, pointed to the dark blue book in my hand. It's really good. I read it like twice, she says excitedly. I know, I thought again. I stare into her beautiful brown eyes. I get mesmerized. I almost drowned out her voice. Hey, you okay there, bud? She taps my shoulder. I blinked twice, and my heart hammers in my chest. She touched me. I thought I was going to vomit. I quickly checked the time. 5:23. I made a mental note. I'm sorry, I got lost in your eyes. They're so beautiful. I breathe. She pauses, then looks down. Wow, I didn't know people like brown eyes. Her soft cheeks started to turn pink. In books, everyone's romanticizing every color but brown. She chuckles, moving a lock of hair off her face. She looks back up to me with a genuine smile. Thank you. I smile and nod. God, her smile was the most gorgeous thing I've ever witnessed. It made butterflies flutter in my stomach. You're welcome. I tartled purposely. Mia. My name's Mia. She smiles wider, putting her hand out to shake. I take it and nod. Her heavenly small, soft hands made me weak. I'm Andrew, I say hoarsely. She retreats her hand to tease her hair. Nice, what's up, Andrew? My heart jumps in my throat. My name rolled so nicely off her tongue. I felt my hand shaking, so I gripped the book tighter. What kind of books do you like? She asks. I figure we can start a conversation, so I sit down with her. I breathe. She was so casual and cute, and I was a sweating mess. I can't do anything right. I like mysteries and thrillers, I finally said. Ooh, have you read Gone Girl? I loved that one. I shook my head, smiling to myself. I loved the way her eyes brightened as she talked passionately about what she loved. Books, obviously. She could blab for hours about all the books she's read, and I'd listen to every word. As she went on about the book, I watched her lips as she talked. They were so naturally pink. I loved it. Subconsciously, I brought my finger to my mouth to start biting my nail off, and I snapped out my trance when her mouth stopped moving. I scanned back to her eyes, and she put her hand on my wrist. gently pulling it down. I imagine that's what it would feel like when she's pulling me somewhere exciting. It made my heart beat faster. Hey, don't do that, Andrew. Ah, my name. That's a bad habit. Trust me. She flashed her short, rough nails. I bit mine so much once, my index started to bleed. I know, my love. S- Sorry, I mutter, wiping my finger on my jeans. Don't be sorry. Habits are hard to break, let me tell you. She laughed at herself, and I knew exactly what she was about to say. I got so hammered on my 21st birthday with like two of my friends, Hannah and Miller, and I swore off alcohol because I hated my hangover. But the next party I went, there was so much booze, and I wanted and sip, and the next thing I know, see ya. And with that, she speed walked out the front doors. Honestly, I felt so blessed right now. She just talked to me. It felt good, so very good. The butterflies in my stomach wouldn't go away. My hands were still slightly trembling. In the future, I can imagine telling my kids the story of how we met. I snapped back to reality and put the book away. I watched outside the window and watched her drive away.